5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Uncle Ron and stuff. Today's episode is about rope LED lights and installing them. And one of the things I want to point out is what I have found over time about using these, and I do like them. And this particular brand is extendable. This is an 18-foot piece, but you can add another 18-foot piece to it. I think you can go up to 300 feet on this particular brand. But what I want to highlight out to you is the only fault I have with them is in the connections that are made. This would be the plug-in to start, and this is where you can add on. You take this cover off and you can add on additional links. But I have found that no matter how much and it goes in like this, it is keyed, I believe. Yep, it is keyed right there. Right there. There it went. And then you bring this over right here and you tighten it up. And that is supposed to take care of it. And it does sort of electrically, but what I've found is that water, moisture, whatever, gets in there and eventually corrodes the two pins that are in this socket that go in the holes in this one. So if you just take no special measures, it'll eventually wonk out at the connections, and they just get corroded and they will not work anymore. So what I do, and I'm going to put it back together here. I got to get the key to line up. There it is. I'm going to put this back in here tight, and I'm going to use these will work, I don't know, something, channel locks or something, to make sure that I get a good tight fit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put electric tape around it. I'm tightening it up as much as it'll go. That's as tight as I can get it. This is one connection. Now what I'm going to do is put electric tape over that whole connection and cable tie it. And that will create a much better waterproof seal than you get just by using this by itself. And what I'll do is I'll start back here, and I'm going to get tape all the way over all of it, electric tape, and it's going to help seal this junction. And I will be doing the same thing at the other end, whether you have additional LED rope you are going to add on, or simply put a terminator on the other end, which is how they come with a termination if you only want to use 18 feet. And you can see I'm wrapping it good and tight all around here. And then when I'm all done, I will cut my tape, and then I'll put cable ties, and I'm going to put a couple good rings right there. I'm going to cut my tape. Okay. And this is to keep, they work fine, except over time moisture gets in. Okay. And I had it here somewhere, the bag of cable ties. And what I do is just put a small cable tie around it, the ends, so that the electric tape does not come off. And it that's the problem with electric tape. It does tend to wear out. Now I have little cable straps like these that I use for small things like these. And what I'm going to do is put one here. I'm going to attach it. If you don't use cable ties or know about cable ties, they're really helpful for lots of projects. And this is one of them. I've got my cable in there now attached. Now I'm going to draw it up right on the end. And I'm going to take my pliers and pull it even tighter. Let me see. I might be able to use these to pull it. Well, one is as tight as I can get it. That's as tight as I can get that one. You see how I did this? I'm going to cut that little pigtail off. I don't need it. Throw that in the trash, and I'm going to take a cable tie on the other end, and I'm going to attach it right there. So that should be sufficient to keep any moisture out of the connection. And you want to do this if you want. Okay, I have it on, you can see right there, and I'm going to clip it. Okay, and this is what you need to do if you have a LED light rope. And this is the other end that, again, you unscrew this cap, take that plug out. This is where you allow it to extend on. But in my case, I'm not going to do that right now. I don't think I'm going to use two lengths of it, but I'm going to put it up first, install it first, and I got to get this back in there. And I don't think there's any key on the plug. It isn't. It's just hard. And you'll notice there is like a little rubber washer right here. It's supposed to keep the moisture out, but it just doesn't, no matter how hard you compress that fitting. You can turn it all as tight as you want, but it will not keep it out, and those pins that are stuck out are going to corrode over time. So that's it on this. I just wanted to show you, do that before you install, and it will help extend the life of your LED rope. That's enough for today. You can see my finished product here. I'm going to cut this terrible long piece. But anyway, I'm going to be installing two 18-foot runs today with the clips that they provided me. That's enough for today. This is preparing LED rope.